First catch of the day.
Got one, and it's a keeper. It'll feel good now. There you go. Got you a 10-incher. That's a black crappie there. We're out here at Taylorsville Lake and we're crappie fishing. We've got a couple of officers from the Mount Washington Department of Law Enforcement. So how many years have you been fishing this lake?
Since it was impounded.
Okay. So
Since it was impounded.
this lake was impounded in what, the early 80s, right?
I believe 83. Don't quote me on that, but I believe 83 is when it opened.
This is interesting because this is an approach that you see a lot of people at Kentucky Lake. They spider rig, but they also do this casting the bank and just a real slow retrieve. You know, a lot of people, when they think of crappie fishing, they think of the more vertically jigging straight up and down or fishing under a bobber. But to bass fish them like this is a little different approach. You're gonna get hung a little bit, but it's a lot of fun.
It's a good crappie.
Nice.
10-inch.
You know, when you're fishing these crappie and you're retrieving this lure, you'll just feel a little thump. A lot of times they'll just knock a little slack in your line and take off running with it. You got to catch up with them, and usually this is what you get. As you can see, they got another one coming in there. Yours is a lot bigger. So Tim, we've got an example of two different species of crappie here. So show us what we've got here.
And then we got a black and we got a white. And a lot of times the blacks you might catch them and they a little light on their color, but then it seems like after you put them in a live well, they darken up as they're in there. But it depends on, I guess, the water temperature.
You can catch them both doing exactly what we're doing. Now, a lot of times these here will come up a little earlier and be closer to the bank, and these tend to be more of the brush pile style fish. But you know, this lake has got good numbers of both of them.
There you go. That's a good one. All right.
Blacking. That there's gonna be close, but it may make it.
I said that at the beginning, but it turned out not to be.
On Taylorsville Lake, crappie have to be a certain length, and you're allowed how many a day?
You have to be 9 inches and you can catch 15 a day.
A little short. We're about at 8 inches and 3/4, so a little short. A little black.
One for
crappie.
next year.
Yep, that'd be a good one next year. And that's measured from the nose to the tail pinched, and you can keep 15 per person a day. The easiest way to tell you how long they are, you just drop them in there until their nose touch, and you can see that one there is a little over 10 inches. Nose is on the bottom, a little over 10 inches. Probably the easiest way to measure one of these is using this little crappie tool here.
There you go.
There you go.
Little fella. Black, though.
Oh, it's a jumper. It's a smallmouth. Largemouth. That's the great thing about fishing in April. We've been here 5 minutes. We've already caught 3 species of fish.
We caught whites, blacks, largemouth, warmouth.
Everything's on the bank feeding. The spawn of the shad are up right now, and everything's up there taking advantage of it. Uh-oh.
Missed him.
I tell you what, I don't know what's out here.
Yeah, but it's something.
There's some type of brush or timber pile out here. I'm getting down there in that brush pile here. Right there it is every time. They might not be big, but they're a lot of fun, and there's a whole bunch of them. Man, what a great hatch of crappie they've had here.
It is. It's been very good.
And you know, crappie, they're prolific breeders, and they have a good spawn. There's bunches of them. So coming out here and catching these crappie, really, and keeping them is not hard on the lake. It really needs to happen. Otherwise, you start getting a whole bunch of stunted little crappie. So that's one of the reasons why the Department of Fish and Wildlife really tells people, unless you have a lake of significant size, you know, a pond in 50-acre plus range, don't put crappie in it because they will take it over. But so what we're doing today is good for the table and it's good for the lake.
There you go.
And it's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
So we're enjoying every bit of it.
Good time.